Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Josh and this is a late October grow tent tour. So let's go ahead, jump right in with this absolutely gorgeous Cephalotus follicularis. Look at how beautiful that is. Opens up green like that one down there. And slowly over the span of a few weeks to a month it'll get dark like that. I'm pretty sure there are a few darker ones in this little clump here. Just do a quick 360. Oh yeah, there it is. There's a dark one. It's a bit smaller, but super nice. This isn't really any specific cultivar or anything or whatever they're called. It's just one I bought from a vendor at a reptile show, and I actually did do a propagation of it. The only successful one I have, so hopefully that grows up nicely. Guess we're gonna start with the Sundew tray today. Here is a forest of Nepenthes. This is probably my favorite type of carnivorous plant I have. Started out with Sundews, and Nepenthes I absolutely fell in love with. Here's another. I have a lot, but here's another one. One of my most beautiful specimens I have. Little ping in there too. But let's move on to some Nepenthes, because I know that's what you guys are here for. So let's start with my favorite plant in the grow tent right now, at least favorite Nepenthes. This is Alata Cross Maxima. This is an upper pitcher. Look how gorgeous it is. Lovely pitcher. It's about 8 inches tall, maybe 9. But this is the first upper pitcher I've had on the vine. Here's one that looks pretty similar, but it's an intermediate. There's no tendril curl just quite yet like that one there. Pretty similar in shape though. And then you can see up here, this is pretty cool, but a tendril is wrapped around this hanger here for the ventricosa modja as, which is what we're going to look at now. Look at how cherry red that peristome is. That body pattern compared to normal ventricosa. Let's jump over here and look at a normal ventricosa. See, it's not as contrasty as the modja. The peristome isn't as bright of colored, but it's still pretty gorgeous. Let's jump back over here real quick. This is Ventricosa Cephalotus Burkii Jacquelineae. This is the latest pictures put up. A little bit deformed, but still pretty gorgeous. I've noticed this cross is doesn't really tolerate drying out a whole lot like the others do, so which is what happened here. It typically puts up like 3 pictures at a time, waits for those to die off, and then it'll put up another 3. And these lids are going off, and this one has started to go off, but they typically last a pretty long time if they like your conditions. But absolutely gorgeous. Then one more over here, we have Ventricosa cross Carunculata Morelliana. I think I got that right. Pretty cool one. Let's go down here. We have a Truncata alba. This isn't a really new picture, so it's not going to be as spectacular looking. The peristome's yellowing out a bit. But there should be another one coming in pretty soon. That's what I got from Red Leaf. This is an EP variety. So pretty neat. Back there we just have another ventricosa, nothing special. It's a male. Here we have Cephalotus cross Saber Dark Cherry. Squat body, toothy, very, very tough peristome. Pretty cool. Got this one for pretty cheap. This is also an EP plant. This one here, this one doesn't have any active pictures, but this is Raja cross Aime. This is like the largest one I've ever seen in cultivation. We got it from a trade. Absolutely love this guy. So I'll have pictures coming in pretty soon here. This one's further along. So I'll post a picture on Instagram as soon as that opens up. Bashiana Mira. Lovely cross. It's getting quite big, quite fast. Super thick leaves. It's even got a basil growing in right there. This one beside it here is Singolana. It's got quite a bit of grass growing. But Singolana, it's not putting up any really superb pictures. It doesn't really like my conditions that much. But I'm sure by the end of the year it'll probably put up a better one. Here's another one here. I gotta weave between all these leaves here. This little guy hovering here, this is Maxima cross Cephalotus Trismatiensis EP. Nice little picture. Cool patterning in the mouth there. I like how it just hovers there. And it's in uppers. It's pretty cool. This one here is Cephalotus spectabilis. I accidentally ripped the peristome a bit on both sides. Just messing with it. But still is absolutely gorgeous with that candy striped peristome. And as they darken up, here's the one before that, it'll get pretty orange and gold. And then after that, here's the one previous to that one, it'll get this like bronze or deep red color almost. It's pretty cool. And that is it for this shelf. Oh wait, I forgot this one. Nothing spectacular to look at right now. There's no pictures. It's forming really weird for some reason. I'd like to blame the basil on it, but that's Singolana across Loia Vici Bashiana. So, let's move on over here. This is where some of the vines are, and some aroids, and begonias too. This is, of course, Anthurium Warocquianum. Absolutely gorgeous. This thing is a fast grower. I've had this thing for like 3-4 months maybe coming on 5. And then, you know, when I got it, I had a leaf like this size. This is the leaf it came with actually. And 4 or 5 months later it puts out this thing, and a new one's coming in right now. This thing right here is Begonia Arabian Sunset from my buddy Vici King on Instagram. Look how cool these leaves are. Look how hairy. Another begonia here. This is Rex. This one doesn't really like it for me as much, but it's gotten better since it's shipped, so probably just needs more time. Got an Anthurium Vici. Pretty cool. Incredibly slow. This one hasn't put up a leaf for me in a really long time, actually. It's been months. But I hear they're pretty slow. Here's another Vici. This one's a bit faster of a grower for me. But still tiny. All of these aroids are really, compared to what they can get to. This one here is Gracilliflora or Alata B. There's 4 pictures on it. Here's the biggest. Look at that creamy interior. It's great. And there's a basil on it, so maybe some vine cuttings are in the near future. This little vine back here. This is Jamban cross Dubia. This one isn't getting a good amount of light out here, so I'm glad it's starting to vine up towards the light. Hopefully a new picture will come on pretty soon. This one looks a little deformed down here, so we'll see what happens. And this is where the seedling rack is. We got some nice ones. Let's start with 2 really special ones. So we just got a domino effect. Oh, give it a second. This one here that I'm trying to stand up nicely is Loea Vici, Boschama Vici, Maxima Vici crossed with Mollis Vici. Look at that peristome. See how close I can get to it. I love phones with wide angle cameras because you can get really, really close to the subject and still be in focus. And this one here, look how dark those leaves are, or red those leaves are. This is Loea Vici, Boschama Vici, Maxima Vici. Pretty cool. It's like the latest picture's getting skinnier, like what we want, and hopefully that'll open up next week. This one here is Vici Aime, I believe, or the reverse. Pretty sure this is a Christian Klein cross. It's getting some flare, it's finally getting some size. It's been pretty slow growing, only putting up the same size leaf since I got it, so finally it's putting up 2 bigger ones. So, it's pretty great. This one here I'm super excited for. 2 really nice crosses crossed together. This is Loea Vici Boschana Berbigiae cross Loea Vici Tiviae Platykyla. So, just imagine what that'll look like when it gets bigger. That Berbigiae in there, it definitely has a Berbigiae lid color. Here's another picture. This guy in the middle here, this guy's getting kind of big, but this is Spectabulas Vici. Maybe I'll see if I can pull him out. There he is. Getting pretty. It's growing fast. And it's putting up some stripy pictures now. Right here is Glandulifera Vici, LVB, VMV. It doesn't really like it. I don't know why. Oh, almost dropped my phone. The leaves get pretty crispy pretty quickly. It might be getting too much light up there on the shelf, but still putting up some decent looking pictures. This is Glandulifera Vici, Spectabulas Vici. Kind of underwhelming right now, but it's still growing. It'll get there eventually. LVB, VMV, Platykyla, the red leaf Grex. I think Grex is the right word for it. But before they die off, they get pretty pink. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's pretty obvious in real life. Got a Ramaspina rainwortiana with scoliosis. Not really, just a maybe broken growth point. Let's turn it around here. There it is. Creamy interior. Pretty cool. Then right here is my favorite species of all time. Nepenthes mira. Pretty sure it's from Mount Victoria. This is a Westuba clone. Let's pull it out here. It's worthy. I love it, dude. Look at those intricate details in the teeth. Love the body. Love the peristome shape. It's squat. It's nice. And still pretty small. Back here we got another one that popped open last week. And another one that's coming in and is due pretty soon. I absolutely love this species. It's been a dream come true to be able to grow it for a little while now. Let's see. Here's a nice one. This is Loea Vici. No, Vici Loea cross Rob Cantley. This is a assorted clone from BE. Pretty stripy. Zoom in here. Definitely gets a bunch of color from the Loea Vici. Or sorry, the reverse Vici Loea. This is the latest picture it's got. I'm not even gonna try getting it out. It could break. Pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, this is a new arrival here. This has been pretty great. I've been obsessed with Nebularum recently, so I got Truncata Squat cross Nebularum. This thing gets black when it's colored up nicely. So pretty excited to see how this one grows out. I love a good squat truncata too. Got another truncata here. This is truncata Y. Got it from my friend Kevin. Looking cool. Looks like we got another one that's fallen over, which might as well just cover it real quick. It says Ventricosa sibianensis, Ventricosa loea, Ventricosa squats, cross mirabilis var globosa. Globosa doesn't seem to be in there too much. Has a basal, it's just a little bush right now. Might even have two basals, I'm not sure. And then while we're on the topic of that cross, this is the exact same cross, just, you know, genetic diversity. Globosa is definitely very strong in this one. This one's also much bigger and also has a basal. This is Spectabular Aristo. Pretty cross, I love it a lot. Aristo shape is definitely very dominant in that cross. It's much more vigorous too than pure Aristo. Good, it fell over again. But another Ampullaria. Actually, the only Ampullaria I have. The spotted clone from Pearl River might be BE, might not be. I don't know. Pick you up again. It's getting a little side heavy. We'll keep it there. This one is a cool cross, pretty unique. Song of Melancholy cross Clipiata. It doesn't have any peltation in the leaves yet, but the new ones for me at least, have gotten pretty red, pretty curly, as you can see. This one here, we got one more on this shelf after this. This one actually needs water. I can tell it's pretty light, the pot. This one is Aristolochioides cross Rodcanthii. Gets pretty dark, holds an insane amount of pictures, grows fast. It's pretty neat. And then the last one on this shelf is a stunner. This is Veitchii. I don't know how to say the location. I think it's Maliau Basin. This one's from Flore Collaborative. It was Native Exotics back when I bought it, but look at that. Gets that nice reverse hunchback. I think that's what it's called. Unfortunately, the only thing I don't like about this one is it gets fairly ugly as it matures, or the picture ages actually. Other than that, we can just focus on the nice peristome. Has a bunch of little teeth, super hairy, pretty cool. Coming on 18 minutes right now. Got a little bit left to go. Song of Melancholy cross Spectabular Taliensis, super dark. Opens up pretty dark too. Here's the latest picture that's opening up. It's pretty neat. This one, I think, I can't remember, but I think it has stenophyllin. I cannot remember what it is. I accidentally threw away the tag, I believe. Something like Veitchii barbigiae stenophylla, or Loea Veitchii barbigiae stenophylla, something like that. Right here is a Rajamira. This one's also new. There's not really any pictures to look at it right now. Actually, here's one. Hopefully this thing grows pretty fast for me and gets gargantuan. And right there is a little Veitchii. This is the predatory plants Grex. And above it you can see a little glabrata picture forming. So that's pretty cool. And there's a glabrata plants right there. There's a cutting of Ventricosa cross Ventricosa Carunculata Morelliana. No pictures yet. Got a Maxima Dark cross Truncata. No pictures on the main growth, but if you can see it right there, there's a little picture on the basil. Right here's Gracilis. It got dried out pretty severely 1 week and most of the vine died off, but the top of it stayed. There's no active pictures on it right now. Got some pings, some orchids, nothing special. Then the last bit right here. Nice Pinguicula. The one that's suffering is doing the best. And the one I don't really care for the best. Glandulifera EP, seed grown. This one's a cool Ventricosa. Look at the shape of this. It's pretty epic. It's definitely the weirdest shaped Ventricosa I have. I love my Ventricosas. This one got dried out a little bit back there, so it's recovering. And that's Peltata, the grumpy Peltata I have. It has 2 basils though, so that's pretty cool. Might separate them out, but it doesn't really like making pictures for me, so that's why I call it grumpy. Got 2 Sarracenia right here. A nice Leucophylla that's not looking so nice. And some minor hybrid. Pretty cool. And the last thing I will show you is this little bit here. These are seedlings I'm growing. If I can get the lid off. There we go. Little Nepenthes seedlings. Viking Sumatron Hookaround across Diariana. The same female crossed with Black Miracle. That's just starting to hatch or sprout. I'll put that back later, but then we have more seeds over here. This is Loei Boscianovicia cross Speculata Dwarziana and Truncata across Loei Truncata. Got a little propagation tub with live moss, a few begonias. That is pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and as always, have a good day and happy growing.